He was crazy. Okay, it looks like we are live now on YouTube. So welcome. This is We Wednesday, and we are in this together. That's what We Wednesday is all about. So I'll jump on here every week, and then we'll have guests. Today we have Dr. Allison Ashley. She is here with us. We may have Dan joining. Who knows? If you want an invite to this in the future, just let me know or let Allison know or Dan know, and we can get you a link and you can come on and join us. So, what I do is I share something that was an aha moment for me or something that was revealed to me through my daily practice of devotions and reading the Bible and all that stuff. And our hope when we do this is, and then Allison is going to respond. She has no idea what I'm going to talk about. So she'll just be able to respond. And I encourage you to do the same. And if something comes up for you, then consider it a gift today. That's what this is all about. That we're not, I'm not trying to bamboozle anybody with my knowledge. I'm just, I'll share with you what's impacted me. And you may be like, dude, that's what impacted you this week. And it's okay. It's okay. So God is in control of all this stuff. So that's what we'll do every week. So let's get started. It was so hard for me to choose one. I think I have like six of them. So for the next 6 weeks, I could probably just go back to what I received this week. But the one I'm going to talk about is, let's see, let's go with one of the first verses was Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. People don't love their neighbors because they don't love themselves. That's powerful. That's Mark 12:30 to 31. Um, Colossians 3, God describes forgiveness and love as your basic all purpose garment. So that's like the basics for us, forgiveness and love. So, whenever I think about the basics, it's like, well, yeah, okay. So that's what I need to be doing all the time, forgiving and loving, forgiving and loving, forgiving and loving, forgiving and loving. It's just a never ending thing. It isn't something that's a special occasion. It's like that's what you do. You forgive and love. Now, loving God allows you to love others. And of course, the second priority is the Great Commission, go and make disciples all over the place. Everything we put energy into should somehow impact others by showing them the love of God. Everything we put energy into should somehow impact others by showing them the love of God. And I love thinking in absolutes. It doesn't say 90% of the things that you put energy to or 75. It says everything you put energy to. And that's convicting. It was convicting for me. It's like, dang, everything. That's a tall standard. But if I'm thinking about it, and it's a positive standard because it builds character, builds my character. I would dare to say it builds your character too, because if you have that as a standard, everything I do is gonna everything I put energy into is gonna impact others by showing them the love of God. Woo, that's pretty cool stuff. If you can do that. That's why we're on here doing this, right? We're putting energy into this because we want it to impact others by showing them the love of God. Okay, so where I came down on all of that I just read was my reason for existing is to solve a problem, and that's isolation. That's my individual reason for existing. I believe that God put me here. And you too have a reason for existing, and there's a problem that you were put here to solve. And so for me, it's isolation, and that demonstrates God's love for humanity. So, and again, Allison, you're getting caught flat footed with this, but what is your reason for existing? What problem do you think God put you on this earth specifically to solve? We've had some talks about that, haven't we? Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. So, here we got two examples. Me, isolation to help people out of isolation. That's Allison is called to truth. And I think the cool thing about that is I think you would agree both those things are needed, right? It isn't like you judge one as, oh, yeah, we need more truth or we need more community. No, both of them are needed. And when all of us, each one of you who's listening to this or watching this, you have something too. And just imagine the power of all of us uniting and living into what that is. It's it's mind-blowing and it is transformational for the world. And you can start it right now in this second. And, back to my passion with this whole isolation thing, that's it. I mean, I see people all the time and I've been there. There are still times during a day when I may be isolated and I have to stop myself and say, up, get out of your head, go take a walk, go read something, do something, or just shift the thoughts, right? Capture the thought and shift it. And, being able to live into that is is beautiful. I mean, it's really the way I think we were designed is to live in whatever that unique purpose is. The unique problem that you were created to solve, that I was created to solve. So, like in your case, Allison, with the truth, if that was the problem you were created to solve, people being able to tell the truth, right? Then it is, just like me, I've got a model, not being in isolation, you've got a model truth. And God's going to put you in positions to encourage the truth, to model the truth, to create an environment with others that they can share the truth with you, and then to encourage it and not react to it. I mean, there's all these things I can just, my mind is just going boom, boom, boom. Same way with me, if I'm put into, I meet people every day and I need to, create that environment that they want more community. They want to be hanging out with people more. So I've got to go where people are isolated and where people are lonely and where people are struggling, because that's what God calls us to go, right? I talked about that today. Go. Yeah, the Great Commission. So we've got to go out there. So Allison needs to go into places where people aren't telling the truth and speak the truth. There's the key. Don't just, because here's the problem, right? We can't get in my case, isolation with them and say, "Oh yeah, I know, I'm isolated too. We're both isolated, and you can't go in a place and people aren't speaking the truth, and you're just like, well, I better not say anything. I better not say the truth because these people don't appreciate the truth, so I better just keep my mouth shut and go some." No, it requires us to share what it is that God's asking us to share. Mhm. Yeah, that's so good. I get all fired up. Because we can have heaven right here on earth. We can do it right now, today. We Boom, it's here. Yep, yep, so don't let anybody tell you anything different. You can go around, tell anybody you meet today and just say, "Yep, I'm enjoying heaven on earth right here." And look for the crazy looks, it's okay. Mhm. Yes, yes, no wishy-washy. Right, yeah, yeah, so good. And it's such an interesting, yin and yang and with Jesus, because it's like, yeah, he was dealing in absolutes and he didn't mind offending people. He didn't. He just, here it is. But he loved people, but he didn't mind offending them because he loved them. He offended them, right? If he didn't tell them the truth, that is that is not showing love. If you know someone is acting, not within the truth, if you don't say anything to them, that's not good. That's not loving them. Yeah, that's not loving 'em. Oh, this is so good. Oh, time is flowing. It's already 2 minutes past. Well, listen, y'all, thank you so much. Allison, thank you again so much for joining us. This has been We Wednesday. Every Wednesday at about 12:45 Eastern, we'll jump on here. Share this. Again, reach out to us if you want to be part of We Wednesday, if you want to be part, as Allison said, of our community. Sign up for a serve call. We'll get you on there and we'll see if we can serve you. I think we can, but we'll be objective and we'll let you know if we can. All right. See y'all soon. See you next week. Take care. Boom. Now let me stop it over here in stream.